Hello YouTube, I am FV Productions and welcome back to another Minecraft video. Today we are on Minecraft Windows 10 edition to do a quick little tutorial. This is going to be a shorter one, but it's just a basic survival tutorial on how to breed villagers in Minecraft. This is going to work for your Java edition, your Pocket edition, your Xbox, Windows 10. There's actually really only two main versions of Minecraft, and that's Java and the Windows 10 edition. I'm on the Windows 10 edition today, but again, if you play on Java, this will work. So in the world of Minecraft, as you know, there are villages filled with villagers. And these villagers can have different professions, like farmers, librarians, blacksmiths, all sorts of different professions, and they will trade emeralds for different items or trade items for emeralds. But there are many reasons you might want villagers in your base or just at your base in survival Minecraft. So this is going to be how to capture a villager, take it back to your home base, and start a village there. I did it recently on my survival world. It's not necessarily difficult, but it can be a lengthy process depending on how far away your village is. But anyways, yes, your first step should be to actually find a village if you haven't already. Many different ways to do this. One main way really is to just build up a giant block tower and look up above your world and around it for villages. You know, build past the clouds and just take a look around. Villages often will spawn in deserts and in grasslands like this. Not necessarily these little woodland biomes, although they can, but more often than not, they'll be in these little grassy areas. I'm not seeing any around here, but if you're really struggling to find a village, what you could do is actually just take your world, and your world seed that is, here it is, it should be in the game world, down here in seed, and go make another creative world with this seed, and just do /locate like this, and then you can just do a village, and it will take you to the nearest village. It's going to give us the coordinates. So yeah, this will show you the nearest village from your current location. And you can just type those coordinates in creative mode and teleport yourself to the nearest village like this. And then fly up and you can kind of usually see, oh, that's where I built my base and here's the village. It's this far away or whatever. Or just take the coordinates and go find them in your other world. It's technically not cheating because it doesn't turn off cheats in the game, but it is using a different separate creative world. And I've actually never seen a village like this. These are like the cold time villagers, which is pretty cool to see. Anyways, yes, here we are at this village. As you can see, populated tons of little villagers here. So once you have found your village, like we said before, our goal is to actually take these villagers home with us and start a village at our house. So let's just learn quickly what actually makes a village a village. Well, as you can see, there's many villagers and they actually live in these little houses here. They have a door. Lots of times they'll have chests with different items in them, and they'll have beds. Now, what about this home actually makes it the villager's home is actually just straight up the bed. All villagers need is a bed, and it will think it's a home and a straight up villager. A villager itself without a bed will probably despawn, but a villager with a bed, the villager will claim the bed as its home and it will become a village. So literally all you need to actually have a village is a villager and a bed. But if you want to actually breed the villagers, you need 2 villagers and 2 beds. Here's a blacksmith villager. I really like what they've done with the update though. It's really cool to see this little village around. So to get 2 villagers back to your home to breed them and start a huge village at your house, you're going to need to be able to transport these villagers, and they just kind of run around freely and go into their houses, so it can be understandably pretty tough to transport them. Now here's a really popular method, just the straight up minecart track, but trying to get one of these villagers into a minecart is really tough, but you can just make a whole minecart track all the way back to your house if it's not too far, and you know, just push them along the rails or make powered rails and push them. Now, another way to move villagers is actually with a boat, a water bucket, and a lead. As you can see, here's our villager right now. If we place a boat right where he is, he will be trapped in the boat. He can't move now. This would be nice, but there is actually no way to just straight up lead a villager. You'll just end up trying to trade with them. There's no way to attach a lead onto one of these guys. But if they're sitting in a boat, you can actually put a lead on the boat and move them around like this. But you can't pull them up blocks, unfortunately. Oh, well, in creative, you can fly and pull them up blocks like that. So that's actually a bad example. But, I mean, in survival, you would be stuck on the ground. So what you would do is use a water bucket like this, and you could actually pull them all the way up blocks. You can get your villagers up to the level where you're going to have your minecart track is. Place your minecart, and then break the boat right near them, and you know, you usually get a villager right in the minecart. And of course, you could push them on the track all the way home. But again, mobs will attack villagers, so when it comes nighttime, you usually have to barricade up the villager, and if they die, it's a real pain in the butt. So another way you can do it is actually with nether portals. So what you could potentially do is make a nether portal right at the village, you know, light it up and go through on the other side. Preferably you'd have a portal at your house, and you could just literally take the villagers and use a minecart track, just build one right up to the portal and push them right in to the nether, and they would come back out on the other side at your house. That's actually what I did on my other world. So let's say you actually use those methods to get a couple of villagers back at your home base. Now what you're actually going to want to do is, once you get those villagers there, make sure that they're not going to go anywhere, because you'd hate to lose those villagers. And you're going to want to make these villagers some sort of an enclosure where monsters can't get them and illagers cannot get them. You wouldn't want to have a simple door on something like this, because monsters can get through doors at times, or if someone leaves the door open. Usually you would want to make something with like a piston as a door. That's again what I did in my world. And you also don't want to have it 2 blocks high like I built here. Well, I'll have to move this roof up one. You want to have it 3 blocks high, because if they wake up from the bed and die in the second block, or this third block rather, that would be pretty bad. Yeah, so usually something 3 blocks tall with the 4th block as the roof. So once you have your 2 villagers back at home with you, you're going to want to start making some beds. Just make a simple sheep farm, usually works the best. You can just sort of place your beds around. As you can see, the green little specks will pop up, and that means that these villagers have claimed these beds as their home. So now this is technically a village at your house. And I usually place a couple of beds, because again, you do want to breed these villagers. And if you want to assign the villagers any particular task, you can put their specific item in here as well, next to their bed. So for example, if we wanted a cartographer villager, we could get a cartography table and place it in here with our villagers. Just a couple down like that. And these villagers will, as you can see, become cartographers. But if we want to breed these 2 villagers and make lots of little baby villagers, we actually need a bunch of carrots. So villagers just love carrots and potatoes. And if you just hand them each 12 carrots or so, you can do more or less. They will take those carrots, as you can see here, and they will they'll start breeding. Sometimes it takes a little bit, but they will start, little hearts will pop up, and that means they've bred. Maybe the reason they're not breeding is I'm not in survival. That could be it. Oh, there they go. Yeah, there are the hearts. So now they're going to make a baby villager. There you go. Baby villager has popped right out there. And that is how you start your own village at home in Minecraft. Just keep placing the carrots down every once in a while. They'll start breeding it up, and they'll all start having a bed. Keep them away from mobs and raids, and they won't die. Anyways, yeah guys, I'm at Productions. Thank you for watching this tutorial. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.